I had phone call, for my agent regarding, a move to Spain, England, or even to France. And I had a meeting with Gerard Douillet, in Paris, and I couldn't say no. So, and I moved to Liverpool.
That's a really good pull that way. Let alone Liverpool, but Gerard too as well.
Yeah, top manager, great manager, top man.
Do you think he's probably the best manager you worked for?
Yeah, he's one of the best, of course, because
He was ahead of his time,
because of his knowledge, and we won trophies under Gerard Douillet. But yeah, he was a great manager.
And how did you explain that one to the family then? Liverpool are after me.
Sorry?
How did you explain that to the family? Liverpool are after me. That must have been done quite well.
Yeah. It was a good news, and I was driving. I remember because I was young. I was 18 and a half, so I was driving. I was with my girlfriend, my wife now, who used to be my girlfriend before, and we stopped the car, and I was talking to my agent, and after speaking to the family, I couldn't say no. So it was a dream,
Definitely. And then you made your debut against Rotherham, I believe, in the FA Cup.
Yes, correct. Yeah. After a few weeks, came off the bench, and I think we won. The game. But yeah, it was good because I think I played 25 or half an hour. I can't remember exactly, but it was a great start. And after now it was good because that was the first one from the bench, and the West Ham game came, and this is where I started from starting 11, and in Premier League. So great, massive experience.
Yeah, you were part of a very good Liverpool team, though. You were battling with John Anarisa, I believe, for a left back.
Yeah. Well, the squad was unbelievable, and we had a really, really strong squad. So massive players, and I think that's why not only about the knowledge and the skill, but about the mentality. We had a winning mentality, and so it was great.
Do you notice that when you move from a team, in all due respect, a team from Montpellier to Liverpool, as a football player, do you notice that right away as soon as you step into the building, how different things are?
It's completely different because of the magnitude, and the size of the club and the history. You have to learn really quickly, and right from the start, I knew exactly where I was because I think when you're arriving at Melwood, when you sign, I was signing my contract, I think at Anfield as well. So straight away, I knew it was massive. And
you were shown around Melwood Training Centre as well, was it?
Yeah, it was the old one and the new one. So I've been lucky because I've seen both. So it was really good. Yeah.
So I noticed from there you spent 5 years at Liverpool, but in 2003 you went on loan back to France to Bastia for 1 season.
I've done 2 years. I've done 2 years in Liverpool, and after I had massive injuries when I broken my foot, I've been out for 10 months. So that's cost me 99% of my Liverpool career, but that's part of the football, that's part of life. Because I was playing, I was starting games, and I was flying at this time. But I've been alone to Bastia in Corsica. It was a great experience because came back on the pitch, play again for the national team. So I came back on fire, and it was good. It was a great experience. I mean, when you are young, you need to play.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like game time. Game time's going to gain you experience more than being around anybody that's playing, I suppose.
Yeah,
I've got here that you were loaned to Rennes as well. You played 5 appearances. Was that late in the season?
Yeah, I've been alone just for 2 months, just to have a game time as well, because I think just after injury, so Gerard Douillet wanted me to play, and he loaned me 2 months to Rennes to have a few games, and so it worked. So and after I came back.
That's good. I think following that season, was Gerard too the manager of Liverpool the whole time you were there? Or
no, Gerard had the only pre-season I've done without Gerard Douillet because he had his heart attack. So and he left the club in May, and Rafa came from Valencia. So I had Rafa as well, a little bit.
And then it's difficult because you're working with new management styles, somebody that's never actually seen you before, picked you as a player to come to the club. So it's a hard transition that, and I see you went back to Espanyol.
Yeah, right. But Rafa know me, from La Liga, from Spain, because when I played for Espanyol Barcelona, and
Yeah.
so I couldn't stay to Liverpool, to be honest with you, because it was 50-50 when I went to Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
because Rafa was pleased with me, but he signed Aurelio, and when I wanted to play, I said I need to play at least between 40 to 50 games to come
Yeah.
back. So that's why we just decided, when McLeish found, I decided to move on.
Mm-hmm. It must be the tough part of that as your career, not knowing, every 6 months where you might be ending up and having to uproot your family and, move to a different country and acclimatise, etc. It must be.
Yeah, but after, when you are young, there is no issues. There's
No.
not a problem, because at this time I had only one kid, one
Mm-hmm.
children,
Mm-hmm.
so it was easier for us, and it's more difficult when you get older and the kids
Yeah,
get older.
imagine, yeah. It takes me to
But
get out of the house.
sorry.
I was saying it takes me to get out of the house nowadays.
Yeah.
Getting older and having to leave the family, never mind jumping around the world, different countries. But you joined Rangers the following season. Could you talk us through how that move came about, please? Then Alec McLeish making contact.
Well, massive year, massive experience. Another big club at this time was
Mm-hmm.
massive. The squad, the dressing room, the winning mentality, the chairman, the board, the
Mm-hmm.
manager. I think it was massive because, to be honest with you, both clubs were massive at this time
Mm-hmm.
in the city. The Scottish football was strong, with a strong Hearts team, Aberdeen. This kind of team. Then the United as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it was massive because I knew right from the start, after the chat with McLeish. He said to me, "We must win every single game, week in and week out, to win this title, because there is only two massive teams. It's completely different than Premier League in terms of expectation, because of the in Premier League you got more clubs who potentially can win the title.
Yeah.
In Scotland, most of the time is between Celtic and Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's massive experience. I played, I think, more than 50 games between the league and the cup.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay.
I see
Unfortunately, we
that.
couldn't.
I see that.
Yeah,
I've wrote that down. There was going to be another year extra offered to yourself, but according to what I've researched, there was something in the contract and you couldn't agree terms, eh?
yeah. I couldn't play the last games, unfortunately. But after we couldn't find an agreement at this time with the club, between clubs as well, I went to Liverpool to speak to the club.
Mm-hmm.
The solution was easy: or I sign a new contract to Liverpool, or I'm staying in Rangers, or I'm moving on to another club.
Mm-hmm.
And at this time, I tried my best, but I couldn't stay to Rangers. It's a shame, because I think they could buy me, for a good price, and sell me on for a bigger
Yeah.
price. Like, for example, Jean-Alain Poussin
Mm-hmm.
went to
Yeah.
Newcastle under Graham
He was
Souness.
brilliant. Johnson, yeah.
But maybe it's a mistake regarding the business, because at this time it's about business. And unfortunately, I have to leave the club. But it was a big pain,
Mm-hmm.
because I was really close with the manager. He's still my
Yeah.
friend at the moment. We become friends. And then my wife was up in town, and I was up in the city. So, but that's life. That's
That's
life.
how it goes. But you had a good time at Rangers. You scored at Parkhead and the Old Firm as well, I believe. I think I've
Yes.
helped a little bit with that, but you've got to shoot. If you don't shoot, you don't score, I suppose. Eh?
You have to take your chances. Sometimes you have to gambling,
Mm.
but in the right way.
Speaking, yeah. So speaking like in the sense of Liverpool and in the sense of Rangers that we're now on, how does it feel to play in the kind of games? This is natural to you, but we as fans, we experience it from the terraces, but stepping out into that cauldron of Liverpool, Everton, Rangers, Celtic, how do you mentally
Well,
prepare yourself?
it's you have to be strong mentally, because sometimes it's not the best team who are winning a derby match.
Mhm.
It's more about the mental,
Mhm.
the winning mentality, the desire, the commitment, to show character to your opponents, to show him, you are stronger than him, from each department. I would
Yeah.
say. But
Mhm.
it's for me, as the French young boy, I had the chance to play massive derbies in my life in the
Mhm.
UK. And
That's what you want to do.
it's It's just a dream come true because the Liverpool Everton game or Everton Liverpool or
Mhm.
Celtic or Rangers Celtic doesn't matter home away. I mean the atmosphere it's massive. I think it's different in Scotland. I think it's more powerful. I would say in terms of expectation in Scotland between Rangers and Celtic
Yeah.
because the rivalry from the time the rivalry between the two teams
Mhm.
and the past and the history. In England, you might have the Liverpool Manchester United game, the Liverpool Everton game. They are big as well,
Yeah.
massive. But the Horfield one, I think it's something special. I played different derby in my life, but I'm talking about my life when the fans were allowed to come to Ibrox, when the
Yeah.
fans were allowed to go
Mhm.
to Parkhead,
It took a
thousand
while.
fans.
Took a little bit away from the game that a little way. I remember years ago, Parkhead,
Yeah.
9,000 Rangers supporters
I
in there.
think I think now it's too easy to play an Orphan game at home.
Aye.
So
You
it's
just
too easy for me. It's too easy
beat you
because
all forgotten, eh?
you don't have the pressure from the fans when you're at home. Because at home you have to win as well. So,
Yeah, of course.
but
The draws are bad as
I
well, eh?
remember during my time it was I think the Orphan was bigger. It's not like a respect,
Mhm.
but I'm based in Glasgow. I'm living in Glasgow. I'm watching every single games
Mhm.
when I've got time. But I'm watching every single Orphan game.
Do you live in Glasgow now, or are you back and forward between France?
Yeah, between France and Glasgow, but I kept my house in Glasgow as well.
Mhm. You're
So
obviously the family and yourself. You like the Scottish life, eh? Basically,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, 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 yeah. But we enjoy Liverpool. We enjoy Glasgow. But
Mhm.
I came back in 2017. At the academy as a coach.
Mhm.
For 3 years. So that's why
Yeah.
I kept my house. Since
Yeah,
2017.
good.
And
Visited a lot of, Blair Drummond Safari Park and Loch Lomond, and there's so much to do in Scotland for it being such a
yeah, yeah,
small
yeah.
country. But
Nice, nice country.
we
Nice
just
country.
need the sun. That's the only thing we can't get
Yeah,
is the sun. If you could bring that over the next time you come, that'd be grand. But
yeah, yeah.
I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't get you to run through your day on Helicopter Sunday, as it was known.
Yeah.
If you could tell us, firstly, from basically knowing what Rangers had to do going into that game and having to have the mentality, we need to win, and let's see if other results around the place. But if you could maybe give me a wee bit into insight into how Marvin Andrews was behaving and how other players around the stadium and on the way to the ground, how it all transpired in your view, please.
But everybody was aware about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
The only solution is just to win.
Yeah.
We have to win. We win. We won. But the scenario is just fantastic because you've
Have
got
you
Celtic playing
have you
away.
ever experienced anything like that on the football pitch? That was basically Scotland's Aguero moment.
No, it was the. I think we had this type of experience with Liverpool when we play Charlton away from home, and we have to win, and we were fighting for the title and Champions League, qualification as well. And the half
Absolutely.
time, I remember Arsenal was, I think, it was a draw 0-0, and we were winning at Charlton. And after Arsenal won, so it was a little bit this type of scenario, and
It prepared you for it gave you a wee sample for what was coming, I suppose. Eh? And
yeah,
then when you left Rangers, I'm just looking at my notes here, but I've got that you joined Portsmouth.
yes,
Is that you just trying to chase a wee bit warmer weather again then?
but because we couldn't find an agreement, the only way was to leave Liverpool, and went to Portsmouth with Alain Perrin, the French manager at this time in Premier League.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And after Harry Regnard came, when Alain was sacked. But
Mm-hmm.
it's another great experience. I was happy to play in Premier League, and
Yeah, it's top level. Eh? I mean, you played Scotland. I've got Germany. I believe you went on loan to Kaiserslautern as well.
yeah, I'm not on Kaiserslautern, but later on in my career, and to have an experience with German football.
Yeah. The
I
German
came back.
football compared to the other countries you played in, it's obviously Germany's
Well,
more
it's it's
structured country. And
it's a country really well organized with a good structure, with an open football, superb mentality. I mean, they are working really hard in Germany. Really, really good discipline as well. Regarding discipline, is amazing, it's unbelievable, and really enjoy my time in Kaiserslautern as well. And after, when I
yeah,
came back to France.
Because you've done a few loans. I've got here that you were loaned. You spent 20 games with Southampton as well.
Yeah, Southampton. Yeah, with another George Burnley, was the manager.
Yeah. Didn't he? He came up to Hearts, didn't he? One season.
Yeah.
It was a strange season. He was up at Hearts, and I think they won their first 10 games, and then they sacked him. It was a really bizarre one. I think he ended up down at Ipswich after that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But George Burley, he was a good manager as well. And how was he working with another Scot? I take it, yeah.
He was great.
Mm-hmm.
He was good. He was a good guy and good mentality.
And then you went back to Birmingham. Alec McLeish came calling again.
Yeah, McLeish called me. That's what nearly the end of my career in 2010. Went to Birmingham, and it's a shame because I had after we had a massive game against Manchester United. We played Portsmouth, and I had an injury at the second half, and it cost me 2 or 3 months. And tried to come back, and but he was another and the McLeish was good, and we had a good team at this time. And after I was came back to to France a little bit, and I had my LAC injuries. The knee
You've been
injuries.
unfortunate. You were unfortunate with injuries. You peaked obviously at certain teams, but you just kept getting niggling ones in.
It's nothing to say about the lifestyle, because I was really professional. No drinks, no smoking. I was doing everything in my life properly. The foods, the sleep, everything. About the recovery. But I only had like the massive injury because of impact. So because I was maybe
aggressive, too committed.
I was maybe too brave. So that's why sometimes it cost me. But yeah, it's been up and down because of the injuries. It's a shame because I had the qualities, I think, to play at bigger level for longer period, for longer time. But like I always said, I thank God every single day, because where I come from France, I came from nowhere, and it was really, really tough town, really poor family with a rough area. And I was in the street, I learned the life in the street. I was playing in the street, and I've been lucky to see by one of the scouts from Montpellier, and that saved maybe my life, and the football gave me everything. So sometimes, it's like this, but that's why I'm staying in the game, as a coach, as a manager.
I see that. I've got down here that you've got your coaching license. You're with is it a French second division part-time team?
Yes. I left. I left last year at the end of the season. I was managing, in championship in Versailles Football Club in Paris.
Yes.
So really good level. I passed my pro license as well 2 years ago. So I've been straight on the game as an assistant manager and as a manager.
And there's a plan to carry that on and see where it takes you then. And
and now I'm looking for a new project. It's a shame because I tried to come back to Rangers, in June. I was talking to the club, speaking to the club, but it looks
was that working with the youths or working with the B team or?
Yeah, B team or the academy director. I was even happy to come, to maybe to help the first team, for the defenders, to be an extra maybe technical coach.
You could have still had you playing if you wanted. I'm saying we could still have you playing if you wanted. Could fit you in somewhere. But no, I've got in here. You won the FA Cup, you had the UEFA Cup and the UEFA Super Cup with Liverpool, and the league title in the Scottish Cup with Rangers, and with Lens you won the League 2. Is that right? Hello? Yeah. No problem. That's it. It's okay.
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you fine. If there's any issues, I'll edit it, Gregor. It's fine.
You can hear me?
Yeah, it just disappeared there.
I don't know why. So
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
I don't know either. No. But we're just wrapping up anyway. I was just saying you won a lot of different titles over your career. You won the FA Cup, the UEFA Cup, UEFA Super Cup, the league title with Rangers, the Scottish Cup with Rangers and League Two with Rennes as well as Lens, as well.
Yeah, the title, yeah, champion, yeah. And the European Championship.
Do you keep all your trophies? Do you keep everything? Do you display all your trophies? Do you keep them? Do you look back on them?
Of course. I kept all my
Because I think
trophies.
now, at the age you're at, when you're playing football, you don't actually appreciate what you're going through until your career's finished. And then you're able to look at it and say, you know what, I actually did all right.
Yeah, so not bad. Yeah. So they are in a
Just to
safe
wrap up,
place.
just at the end of your career, past the end of your career now, but you're looking at March. Went back to Liverpool and played for Sven-Goran Eriksson. How was
Yes.
that? How was that experience?
Well, it was.
How was he as a man?
It's a massive experience. I mean, first and foremost, when you represent, Liverpool Football Club, foundation as an experience, it's always an honor because the magnitude of the club and magnitude of the people and what the foundation are doing. But it was a special moment as well for Sven Goran Eriksson because first and foremost about regarding the disease and
Yeah,
the situation, and it was a dream for him to manage Liverpool one day, and it was a super day. I mean, when I score, of course, this goal was for him. That's why I ran toward him and to give him a big cuddle because life, it's when you love the game, and I think he had a passion about the game as well from the game. So everybody understanding the situation and it was a dream, just a dream come true for him, and it was a massive day for everybody.
yeah, and I mean, it was that quick a disease as well. I mean, for when it got made public to that game, and then you were only months at the back of it. And God rest his soul, that was he passed shortly after that. But he lived the dream of that, I believe. It was something that he really wanted to do as well. So
Yeah, it's he knew about the situation. I had a
yeah,
really good conversation, with Sven and his son. I was talking with his doctor on the next day, before to leave the town, the
yeah,
city. And but look, I think we done our best. We try to play well. We try to represent the club. We try to play for him and to win.
yeah,
Uh,
that's key.
give him to give him happiness, and at least we can say we've done our job. We've done the job.
Yeah, definitely. So what's next then? You just carry on with the coaching career, settle in between Scotland and France, in between that.
Yes. Look, now it's a time where everybody's starting again. We are talking with club because some manager are doing not so well. So that's life. People manager has been sacked and club now are speaking with agent and managers. So I was expecting to come back to Rangers, but there is nothing right now from the club. I think they are looking to get a new CEO, but otherwise.
Plenty of positions available just now within the
I
club.
don't know.
So
I
much
don't know
change
because
in the club.
I can't tell you because I think it's a big. The situation is not well.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an embarrassing situation
Yeah,
for
it's just the
for
way it is. Yeah,
for
it's the way.
everybody, for the fans, but maybe even for the players because be third in the league at this time I think is not acceptable.
No,
You
definitely not.
cannot find you can't find excuses every time. I think now is too much people who are speaking for nothing, try to find excuses.
Yeah,
But that's why you have to show your character. You have to show you are a leader, a winner, and you have to working hard. So if you don't understand that, you cannot play for a football club like Rangers. Even if behind the scene there is issue with the money, but you cannot find the money as an excuse every time. So,
no,
so I hope they will find the solution. They know we are ready to help. They know that we are ready. And we are not far away to, as ex players or to help, of course, the manager if he need help or anything they want. So we see. But I wish Rangers, of course, to be
yeah.
better.
So a message, it's a wee message for Rangers. Yeah, any message for the Liverpool supporters that might be watching?
Well, the Liverpool, they know they know what I'm
They
thinking
know what
about.
you're thinking of it.
It's my first UK British football team club. This is where I had my first child as well. I keep friends in Liverpool. I just love the town, the city, the football club, everything around. It's a big family, and I hope that we win the title. I think they've got a good manager now after Klopp as well. Klopp did a massive, unbelievable job. They Richard Hughes. I know Richard because I played with him, so I know really well Richard. I know he's working really, really hard behind the scene for the manager to get the best players, and so I wish Liverpool the best of luck, and I'm finger crossed.
You never know. You might manage one of the Liverpool or Rangers one day.
Yeah.
Keep your coaching career going. But listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming. I'll do all the usual bit, just where I could ask anybody that's watching to like, subscribe, etc. Everything that comes with it. And Gregor, it's been an absolute pleasure. I really appreciate you coming on, and hopefully everybody that's watching has enjoyed it as much as I have.
Thank you very much, and I wish you a good day. Take care. See you soon.
Thanks so much, Gregory. All the best. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.